Alright guys, Spike George Event here. In today's video, we are going to be showing off my entire collection of not rolling stock, but my Trackmaster / Thomas and Friends trains that I've collected over the years in the collection, and we just wanted to show off these different versions. Sorry, still straightening out a little bit because there was a few trains we had that we had to move some stuff around to get to it. So yeah, this is my entire collection. Starting back in the year 2006, I got into Trackmaster Thomas. As young as I was only 12, and my first one was James, and that model is probably this one or this one, because like I said, I ended up with a couple versions of James. Over the years, the wires would break and we didn't know how to fix that as a kid. So a lot of my James were scrapped or lost, and these are my only two remaining original James in my collection, and I'll get reason why these two are like this. I may eventually customize this James more later down the line. I might actually just paint them solid black, and like the story version, and just make an old style version of James like that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Anyway, so let's get on. So we're gonna start from the beginning all the way down to the end in the back there with all the tender engines, as I call them. Most of them are tender engines. Some of them are up here as well. So let's get through them. So we're gonna start with, of course, the main of them all the Thomases over here. There are some variants behind them. Those are just special printed versions from different sets that I had, and I'll explain. So pretty much, we're gonna start here at the top. Of course, my newest Thomas, of course, is the all engines going version. This is the Crystal, the Cave one that I just did. Sorry, my phone doesn't like to focus sometimes. But yeah, this is the brand new one. Just came out. So yeah, that's him. I'm not sure if I'm going to touch anything on him, because I'm just going to leave him how he is. We have my motorized Thomas like this, which I think I have a few like that. That's a remastered version of Thomas. As you can see, it has the spiky wheels. We have another classic Thomas. Well, I guess we'll put him like that. And then that's another classic one. So yeah, apparently I only have one remastered version of him with the spiky wheels. Then we have our two original Thomases. Now this Thomas here, I actually customized back in the day. It's an old classic one. He's a rough paint job, as you can see. I really need to get him new stickers. But what makes this Thomas unique is you can actually take off his face. I actually just unscrewed it from... I had 3 Thomases just like this, and I took them all apart just so I could have the head, and I donated some of the motors from the other 2 Thomases I had like this. I kind of wish I never did that, but yeah, I used to have one that was like this that was completely gold, and like I said, I don't know what happened to it that I tried to paint. And then we have this version of Thomas like this. And like I said, the closed eyes, I made a closed eyes Thomas so he looks like he's sleeping. And then I made one where he was kind of giving a little frown. It was kind of hard to, with the mold and stuff. So yeah, if there's anyone out there that can know if there's any 3D printed faces, let me know, because I do need one for Duncan. I still don't have one for my Duncan. Anyway, next on, we have Percy here. This is the remastered Percy, remastered Percy, remastered Percy, remastered Percy. So all of these are remastered. This is the only one that has like a stern-looking face. Then we have my original Percy. This is the one that I played with a lot. I actually got 2 other Percys just like this the same day for Christmas, and like I said, they've been through some things, as you can see. I actually just recently repainted this one. I haven't repainted the gold on him. Then we have this Percy, which is still original paint. Did have some paint touches up around the back there. Did the buffers. They are coming off a little again. Not sure what's causing that. Then this is another custom Percy I did. Originally this Percy was red, and then I got tired of the look, so I went back and tried to paint him green. But he is a lighter green compared to that one and that one's. But I ended up turning him into like a ghostly version because I was not able to get his face right, and so I just decided to make him have like this cloth thing so he can. But yes, he still does run and everything. He just doesn't have a wheel there, and he doesn't have his little thing anymore, sadly. But I only use this for certain scenes, for like Percy's Ghostly Trick mostly is what I use it for. But yeah, some of them do have these little bread tie hooks on them because that was all I had back then to make custom freighting, to freight shove them. And then we have another Greatest Moment engine. This is Percy's Chocolate Crunch. This is the original one with a 2006 bottom and a 1994 style Percy. I don't know why they used the original style like these for these, but I thought it was kind of cool. Then we have three ladies, but I believe it's this one in the middle that you can actually take off to make it look like the Magic Road Lady. So I did that just because of that. Very cool. Then we have Diesel 10. Now, I have another one of this guy somewhere, but yeah, he's like back in the other diesels. I wasn't able to get all the diesels in the way because I had to make room for my narrow gauge. So here's Splatter and Dodge, two characters that are hard to find, and yeah, and they don't have them in the series anymore besides the movie. Alright, next up, we actually have Lexi. I only have this version with this part of her. I do have another extra Lexi, but it's just the front. Like I said, it's just this version as well. No, it had some sticker on it, like someone had taped it, but yeah. They both still work. It's just, like I said, I took out all the batteries in a lot of these trains. But yeah, it still works. It's just this one doesn't have the same thing as that. And I'm not worried about getting another one. I just have it just in case if something happens to this version. But yeah, that is Lexi. Then we have Birdie, my original Birdie the bus. This is Bulgy. I think I have another version without the wheels in storage or somewhere. I don't know. I thought it was in with my collection, but I remember I had a different version of this, and he was broken because the wheels didn't work and the motor burnt out, so I only used them with Birdie, and eventually my Birdie is kind of run down, so I'm having to use Bulgy now as his new body. We also have Elizabeth. Her thing that used to hold her battery back here has also snapped off, but she still runs. Then we have Flynn, the fire truck, who can also run on the trains track. Like, he's got the little spiky wheels, of course. And then we have Kevin, and he's pretty awesome, still works. And then I have my Harold the helicopter. He's not doing too well. As you can see, his limbs are about to fall off. He's been through a lot of play. And then we have my original Harvey, his hook thing back here, and his coach has kind of pretty much broke, so I have to hook him up a different way now. I also have Spencer, one I tried to paint silver, and then I didn't like it, and went back to the original color, which caused him to chip. Then I have a custom Edward that I tried to take apart and replace that, and then I have a Bertram as well, which is part of the narrow gauge trains back here. I don't know why. And then back here for narrow gauge, we have Skarloey, Duncan. We have Peter Sam with no head or top. We have Duncan with no face. We have Fearless Freddy, Sir Handel, Renea, Skarloey. I know I had like 2 Skarloeys. Technically, I had 3 models of Skarloey. That's the first one that's in perfect condition. This one's in kind of okay condition, and this one's just completely repainted white for some reason. I think I was trying to make a new character with him. And then we have 2 models of Rusty from Tomy and Trackmaster. Then we have Stephanie, we have Gator, we have Bert, we have Mavis, Diesel 10 Remastered. I know we're skipping a whole roll in front of this. We have Diesel, we have a dirty Diesel that's all muddy. We have classic Diesel, we have Dennis, we have a red version of Dennis. I have 3 Salties and a Fix and Crash Salty. We have 2 Darts. I have Boko, and then I have Glenn. I'm not sure if he's a steam engine or what he was. Anyway, I know we missed this whole roll, so we're going to go ahead and do the roll as well. So we have this Thomas that's covered in different design. Like, this one looks like he's got like a jungle thing. And then we have the original Thomas, the tank engine, the model, what he looked like before he came to Sodor. Steamworks Thomas covered in coal dust, and I like the face. We have a red versus blue Thomas. We have a Thomas covered with some mud. Then we have Thomas from Calling All Engines, where he gets splattered all over him. We have Duck in a Close Shave. We have Toby. We have Ben. We have Bill. We have Ben again in a better form, I guess you can call it. We have Stanley. We have Rosie, Victor, Harvey remastered, Nina. I think this is Philip, if I'm right. I'm sorry if it is wrong, but I think it's Philip. Then we have Flora, Billy, Samson. Like I said, we have Lexi again. We have Charlie. This is Ryan. This is Charlie. And we have Arthur. We have, I think this is Dash. Yeah, I'm missing Bash, sadly. But I have Dash, and then I have Whiff. And then, like I said, we've already went over these rows back here. So now we're on the final row. Whew. I know. Crazy, right? We have Murdoch. I just recently restored him. We had a custom Gordon that I tried to make gold. We have an RC Stanley that's completely broken, but we rewired him from his from the rock tinder to his thing, so he still runs. We have Hank. We have Molly. We have Emily. We have Caitlin. We have Carter. We have Merlin. We have Mike. We have Donald and Douglas. 2 different model versions, sadly. The faces look different, as you can tell. We have a Talking Percy, Talking Toby, Talking Thomas from Heroes of the Rails, sadly. He's in some working. I'm working on him to get him working properly again. We have 2 Talking Jameses. We have a Talking Edward. Then we have the remastered Edward, remastered Gordon, remastered Henry, remastered James, and then I have a James with a kind of shocked face. Then we have RC James. We have the original Henry, original Gordon, original Edward, RC Thomas, RC Percy, original James, RC Thomas with flip-faced action, and then we have Hero, and I think this is Yang something. I can't pronounce his name. And then of course we have the Celebration Thomas, that does not work at all, sadly. So yeah, that is 122 trains in my collection. Also cars, combined all that together, that's still 122 characters. Not counting Harold, of course. If you count Harold, then being, 123. I also do have, or I had I don't know what happened to him, but I know I had him in here somewhere. I did have a Search Album hat that was from the Bachman series that I was using for my collection. Not sure where I put him, but I do have him as well for my collection. But if anyone knows where I can get a smaller scale of him for these trains, that would be awesome. But other than that, we're just gonna... Oh yeah, here he is. He's in there, actually. That's where Bachman is. I also have in here, I think I also have a character that was like a race car, and I also have a boat character somewhere in here as well, so I'm not sure who the boat character is. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you know. But yeah, that is my entire Trackmaster Tomy collection. Maybe later down the line, I'm gonna get some of these engines fixed, especially Duncan and Peter Sam, because I need a normal version of those besides the one I have right now. So yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, other than that, I may eventually do a video on all my rolling stock. They're all in that box up there. There's 2 right now that I forgot to put in my collection, so I'll be putting those in with my rolling stock. And the ones on top, those are all broken trains that don't either. One is missing, there's 2 that are missing motors that pushes them, and one's pretty much missing the bottom half of it, which is just another rusty, which is weird because I don't know how many rusties I ended up finding for my collection, but I just found as many as I could and just threw them in my collection. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to have some extra doubles of certain trains. Like I said, hopefully these all work. Now this has been a super long video. If you made it to the end, thank you very much for watching my entire collection. Like I said, I'll be doing another video on the rolling stock, and that's about it. I don't think will cover the items they carry or the tracks I have, because I have different sets that I never really reviewed. And like I said, if I can get those instructions all built again, I may review those sets, and yeah, in the future. But yeah, like I said, these it's been a heck of a collection to start from 2006 to 2023. It's a long time. Maybe when later down the line, when I have more time, maybe I'll start making a brand new series with these trains. But like I said, a lot of the newer ones, there's a lot of newer trains I have in here that I've never heard of. Like I said, I've never heard of Ryan, or I've never heard of Samson, and I've never heard of Philip. Like I said, there's so many new characters they keep bringing out that I'm never really familiar with. I'm just mostly familiar with the originals, like the original Steam Team with Donald and Douglas, and I would love to find an Oliver in my collection. There's a few engines that I am trying to get back in my collection that I used to have in my collections previously over the years, but those, like I said, those long gone, and like I said, I'm trying to find replacements for them. So yeah. So look in the future, I may be doing some more videos with these guys. Like I said, I just wanted to show my entire collection, and like I said, eventually I will do another video just called Rolling Stock, where I just pull all of the Rolling Stock characters out and just show you what ones I have and what custom ones I have, because I did make a few customs, and I'm working on repairing a few of the Rolling Stocks as well because they're damaged. But I hope you guys liked this video. Leave a likes up, thumb, comment your favorite character if you remember these over your years, and like I said, I wish they would bring back these guys, but it's very hard to find these guys nowadays. They're kind of getting a little expensive now, but I mean, they're not as expensive as the electric trains if you think about it. But like I said, hope you guys like this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.